everyone. Cheri Clampett here. Today I'd like to share with you a video for you to be able to practice some of the tapping points, also known as emotional freedom technique. This is an integrative practice that you can use for yourself to relieve tension, anxiety, clear stress. It can be used for pain or discomfort in the body, things like nausea. It can also be used before a difficult procedure or something that you're feeling fearful or nervous about. These techniques, these integrative techniques like tapping and deep breathing, yoga, meditation, what's nice is it gives you an active role in your own healing process. It gives you something that you can focus on and do to help yourself as you move through whatever treatment you've chosen. So today I want to go over the tapping points with you and the steps of what you'll do so that you can tap for yourself at home at any time. So the first thing that you'll want to do before you get ready to tap is go wash your hands or use some hand sanitizer because we are tapping some points on the face. And so that's a good way to start. Next, you create a statement based on what you're going to be focusing on. It's a good idea to focus on one thing at a time. Don't try to tap for 5 things at once, but one at a time. Really focus your mind on what you're tapping for, get clear about it, and then hopefully you'll really be able to feel the benefits of that. Next, what you'll do is you'll check in with your body around whatever you're tapping for. For instance, today I'd like to take you through a tapping sequence for stress. So what you would do, let's say you decide, well, I'm feeling stressed, I want to tap for the stress. You might put your hands on your body, close your eyes, and check inside. And notice from a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being an extreme stress, overwhelming stress, and 0 being no stress at all, where is your stress on that scale today? So why don't you do that with me now? Take your hands to your body, feel where your stress is. It might be mental, it might be physical, connect to it. And then where is it on the scale of 0 to 10? And wherever that lands, you'll want to remember it. And one of the reasons why we do this technique, we check in and we put everything on a scale, is because it helps us to notice if the tapping's working for us. We can check in after doing a round of tapping and see, has that changed at all? And then we can do more than one round if we need to. We can do it again. And you can continue to change your statement. It can be refined over time. And some of the people that are working with tapping say that your statement really can be very powerful. So to get very clear about what you're saying, it can be simple, but you're really focusing on it and you're really helping yourself work through it. You're tapping in first what's true for you. And that's usually with a statement that starts with even though I'm experiencing stress, even though I'm fearful, even though I feel pain in my right shoulder, or whatever it may be, you'll state even though whatever you're working on to tap for. Then the following statement can start. This is a very powerful statement. Even though I'm experiencing stress in my body, even though I'm going through treatment for cancer, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. And that statement is a very healing statement. It's a very powerful statement. So we're tapping in what's true is that I'm experiencing this treatment or I'm experiencing stress and going through this experience, but I accept myself exactly as I am, love and accept myself. So that can be a good statement. And you'll notice that I'm going to bring in some other choices as we're tapping for stress today so that you can experience it. One of the first points, and I'm going to go over all the points now just kind of quickly with you so you can see where they are, and then we'll tap on those various points. So the first point is the karate chop point, and this can be done lightly with a couple of fingers, lightly tapping the outer line of the hand, or you can tap right between the knuckle of the pinky finger and ring finger. And what's nice about these points is they can be done anytime you're having a difficult conversation, you're starting to feel stress arising, you can tap these points for yourself. And, sometimes it's not appropriate to be tapping your facial points, but you can always tap these points. And I'll often start in my own tapping regime by tapping this point or the karate chop point while I connect to my statement. And then I move into the other points. So the next point after the karate chop point is the eyebrow point. And it's right where the eyebrow begins, towards the center of the space between the eyes. That's the first point. And you can tap for 5 to 7 to 10 times. You can kind of feel what feels good to you. Next, you're going to feel where the eye crease, the edge of the eye is. And there's a bone right there. And you can tap at that bone. That's the next tapping point. And then you'll go right up under the eye, where the iris of the eye, the line of the iris of the eye is right there. It's a great point. And then below the nose is the next point. And some people like to tap with the top edge of the fingers. Some like to tap with the fingers flat, just whatever feels good to you. And next, the collarbones. And then you can do the point right up under the armpit. So if you feel where your armpit is and you put your hand there, where the edge of the bottom of your hand lies, that's where the point is. And I usually tell people to feel with the tips of their fingers a tenderness. When you find that tenderness, that's a good point to lightly tap. And that ensures that you're on that meridian line. And then the very center of the top of the head. And if you put your fingers in your ears and then you go right up to the center of the top of the head, this is where all the meridians meet. This is a great meeting point of all the different meridians in the body. So this is a good final point. And as you're doing the tapping, you're going to tap all these points along with the statement. So I'm going to now take you through the tapping statement. And before we do, we're just going to once again connect inside and take a moment to put your hands on your body, feeling into from 0 to 10, where your stress lies on that scale in this moment. And one of the reasons that we do that is so that we can see if the tapping is making a difference, is affecting us. So after we do the tapping, we're going to check back in with that scale. Okay, next, we're going to start with the karate chop point, and we'll say out loud, and you can repeat with me, even though I'm experiencing stress, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Take a breath. Feel the resonance of the statement. Next, the eyebrow point. Tapping the eyebrow point, even though I'm experiencing stress in my body, I choose to be peaceful and relaxed. Even though I'm experiencing stress, I choose to release the stress and be peaceful and relaxed. Even though it's been a stressful time, I accept myself exactly as I am. Even though the stress has been challenging, I choose to be peaceful and relaxed. Even though this has been a stressful time, I choose to accept myself exactly as I am. Even though there's stress, I deeply and completely love and accept myself exactly as I am. Deep breath. Pause for a moment. Feel what you were feeling in your body, revisiting the place where you were feeling or experiencing stress. May have been physical, maybe mental, emotional. And now put it back on that scale of 0 to 10 and see where it is now. I hope it's better. I hope you felt some relief from stress. And remember that if it's not quite at zero yet, you can rewind the video, go back and do the practice again with the statements. Or you might, now that you know the points, do your own statement and work with it in your own way. I hope the tapping's been helpful for you. Keep exploring it, keep working with it, and see how it affects you, how it makes you feel. I wish you all the best. It's been an honor to share this with you. Thank you for being here.